Hi and welcome to Framed, a Let's Play with a focus on cinematography. My name's Aubrey and I'm going to be your host. This week we're doing a double feature of Chapter 7 and Chapter 8, Lights Out and The Grave of Henry Avery, respectively. I'm doing this because both chapters are a little action heavy, so I'm going to be editing a lot of that out. So I still wanted to give you enough content. I hope you enjoy.
Sam, tell me you got the cross.
Got St. Dismas right here. You want to say hi?
Yeah, we've really kicked the hornet's nest down here. Ballroom's locked down, security's scrambling.
Hey, Victor, where's our getaway?
Come to the driveway out front. Just follow the spotlights. I'll bring the car around.
So I'm not gonna lie, this chapter's a little bit more action heavy, but there is always something to talk about, even in the more action heavy scenes. So do not worry. Last week, as a refresher, oops, I almost killed Nathan, sorry. Last week, as a refresher, I talked a lot about Memento Mori. And Memento Mori, as I mentioned, is talks about remember that you too will die. So it's remembering that you should aim for better or higher things than earthly pleasures.
Wait, don't shoot at me! I'm lost!
This figure is literally behind bars, and Nathan just happened to jump right over because it's part of the pathway to here. So Nathan is also sort of behind bars, which is interesting. It's his state of mind. He's like a rat in a cage right now.
Okay, everything's fine. No one got a good look at me. I'm just gonna play cool.
This is one of
Right
my
on out
favorite scenes because we get to see Nadine, and Nadine is one of my favorite characters in Uncharted. I love that they have a really strong woman. Not that Chloe and Elena aren't strong women, but they're kind of more typical archetypes of Elena's just kind of like literally Nathan's actual counterpart. Like, she is just somebody who is like Nathan's literal other half. They designed her to kind of be that way. And Chloe's like supposed to be the kind of seductive woman. So Nadine also is super alluring. I'm not saying she's not beautiful and strong, but she's strong and she doesn't take any shit. And I love that. And I love how they introduce her here. I like nerd out over her.
Oh, scusi.
You can see her size up the situation.
Well, neither are you. But I'll tell you what, I won't tell anyone if you don't.
You have something I want.
And you can see her bicep as she like puts her arm on the door to block Nathan. You can tell she's ripped and that she actually does her job as a mercenary.
But I'm afraid I'm spoken for.
Not a dog didn't shy away giving woman muscles because it's not super feminine. I love it.
I'm not in the mood for games. Give me the crucifix.
And here where she takes off her heels to kick Nathan's ass. Oh,
Lucky I'm a
amazing.
As if I weren't.
You'd what?
All right, fine. Just remember, I didn't want to do this.
Let's see
No,
what you've got.
Nathan.
Come on, Nathan Drake.
So, as I was saying, I like that and they give her real martial arts moves. So I took martial arts growing up for about 6.5 years.
That's not nice.
And I always used to get pissed when guys would be like, oh, I want to go easy on you because you're a lady. It's like, no, I'm here to train.
Hand
And
me the
she's
artifact.
literally, it's literally her job. She does this and she works at it every day. And Nathan's been out of the game 2 years. So
Losing my patience.
So he's a little bit slower. I like how Naughty Dog, you can feel how fast Nadine Ross is compared to you.
I'm still a little jet lagged. How about we just call it
Sitting
even?
face, huh?
Oh, son of
Have you had enough? Or do you want to keep being a smartass?
a... Okay, come clean. You're no chiropractor. Your technique is really not helping my back.
Good. Nice kick to the
Wait,
face.
wait! It's in my back pocket.
Where is it?
Right there!
All right,
I like even the
Where the hell are you guys?
I like even the small things that you can see Nathan's veins in this light, that he was literally just fighting. He just exerted a lot of effort, and you can see that his veins are swollen because he was using his hands, and he's now straining to hold himself up.
Good question.
So
You?
I think that's beautiful. I also like the shadow here on the left, Nathan's shadow, because it almost looks, so you can see obviously Nathan is swinging back and forth, but the shadow almost looks like if you hang him like this, like a silhouette of like a dude hanging himself, which again goes with the theme of, not that Nathan would want to necessarily harm himself, but it goes along with the idea and the theme that Naughty Dog is presenting of death and a thief's end. So it's more metaphorical, but it's interesting. Nathan's at like the edge, and they have little subtle ways of showing it. I love that. So you'll notice that there's
Use a hand.
On my way, Sam.
So you'll notice that there's a peacock statue again here that have been popping up through this scene a little bit. And peacocks can symbolize a lot of things in different cultures. It was used in India. Of course, there's a lot of symbolism in Hinduism, but it's also used in Greco-Roman. And I'm going to mention that just because there are already references to early Christianity, what with St. Dismas and everything in this game. And considering that we're in Italy, I think Naughty Dog is probably, if they're going for any symbolism, it's going to be in that context. So peacocks are a symbol in early Christianity. Were a symbol of rebirth in life, because peacocks lose their feathers and regain them, their plumage. And so they saw that as the rebirth of Jesus. So even when it's not explicitly Christian, there are still a lot of Christian images in this game, which I find interesting. So you'll notice that there's been a boat in the past couple shots while climbing this area, and it's just one boat all by itself. It's kind of away from the harbor, out from the safety, and that's, I think, reflective of Nathan in this current state right now. He's being hunted by the Rossi estate and Rafe, and harbors are obviously a symbol of safety, and just because they are literal things of safety for boats and ships and the like. So to keep seeing this one ship out in the middle of the ocean here, I think is representative of Nate's journey. As I've talked about before, oceans represent journeys. And so to see one with its lights on and keep seeing it, I think is an intentional choice to kind of show that Nathan is also alone right now. And there's this sort of looming island in the distance. So I think that's pretty interesting. Yep. And you'll notice now, if you didn't before, look, all the red, all the danger, the little red flags warning that Nathan is rushing towards.
Here we go. Jesus Christ, Nathan! Hey, how's it going? I think I'm done with this auction, huh? Oh yeah, me too. Nice work. Go! Hang on!
With guns blazing, they're off.
I hope I don't go to hell for this.
It's another callback to when Sam was swinging on a cross before. He had a little bit of that Catholic guilt.
What? Oh, you're such an asshole.
It's your brother. All right, skull and crossbones.
Again,
Very good,
Henry Avery's seal is in red with a skull. Again, that memento mori, as well as it just being a pirate treasure.
Hodie mecum eris in paradiso.
Today you will join me in paradise.
It's what Jesus said to St. Dismas on the cross. What about these numbers here? What do you make of this?
Some kind of code.
So
Or a
when
phone
Sam's
number.
getting those revelations about what Jesus said on Dismas on the cross,
The
you see a
dates.
light. You saw a light right behind him.
1659.
It's the year Avery was born. 1690.
You can barely see in the
Let me
background
guess.
those moths
The year he
are in the
died.
flame
By
outside of the
most accounts,
window,
yeah, but
or moths are
I mean,
drawn
we
to a
have
light.
date of birth, date of death,
Just as they're talking
and
about the treasure.
paradise. Which means we're looking for Avery's grave.
St. Dismas's Cathedral.
Wait a second. Hasn't Rafe been scouring that site for ages already?
Yeah, the cathedral. See these symbols?
Yeah.
These are found on old Scottish gravestones. Right? Now, look at this. The layout of this place is really unusual. Here's the cathedral, but the graveyard is way over here.
Rafe's been focusing on the wrong area.
Exactly.
Guys, we're going to Scotland.
Wait up. You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming.
Yeah, we can deal with that when we get there.
That psycho would like nothing better than for you to show up. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Yeah, but he doesn't have this.
You can see
biggest pirate
Nate
treasure of
has
all
hubris.
time is
Well,
within our grasp.
Sam gets
I thought this
looks
was
defeated
about
for
saving
just a
Sam.
second.
It is. But come on, it's both,
And you can
right?
hear
We need the
Nate
treasure so we can
just
save
the
Sam.
lust for that treasure grow inside him.
How is Elena cool with all this? Jesus, kid.
Look, it's just not that simple.
With all that you two have been through together,
She wouldn't understand this.
you are not giving her enough credit.
I can't take that chance.
Sully's right, of course.
Nathan, he's right. Things have changed. Rafe's involved now, and I can take this on my own, really.
Great. Well, thank you for your input, both of you. Excuse me. Hey. Hey, it's me, yeah. No, the reception's lousy.
Something on your mind, dear?
Look, I realize it couldn't have been easy. All those years away. And I'm sorry for what happened to you. But it's not his fault.
I never said that it was.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
You see a gun to his head? He chose this. Okay, he's meant for this life.
You really believe that?
Why are you here, Victor?
Because somebody's got to keep an eye out for him.
I'll just see you in a few more weeks.
I love how the tension is
I will.
finally boiling over between the
Okay.
two because these are his
love you
two
too.
guardians.
Bye.
Technically, neither of them are his father. Obviously, one's a brother and
Just
Sully's
told
his
her that
best
the
friend,
job
but
is gonna take a little longer than expected, which
they
is the
both
truth.
have always looked out for Nate, and they're a little territorial because they have different ideas of what's best for him.
Sam could still use our help.
Well, I do hear that the weather is particularly fine in Scotland this time of year.
Oh. Rafe's really going all in, isn't he?
Well, they're all concentrated around the cathedral, so that's good. Because we are gonna have that graveyard all to ourselves. Sully.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're good to go here.
Okay, kid. Happy hunting.
Last chance to come with.
Yeah, well, unless you can find me an escalator, I think I'll pass.
All right. See you in a few.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Just bring me back something shiny, will you?
That's the plan.
Well, let's go pay our respects to Captain Avery, huh?
I love how you hear that hesitation, how Sully wants to not necessarily reprimand him, but pull him back to safety and ground him, make him stop
Not
his
really.
quest.
By the
He
time
knows it's
Avery
not his
would've sailed
place,
here,
but
the place was
he
already
can't help but want to.
I guess that's true. Plus, with the massive bounty on his head and no place to hide.
We also, of
So,
course, see these birds, these flock of
what
birds,
happened
which
to
are
you,
always
I couldn't
remind
deal
me of
with
Sam,
Pretty sure
looking
he'd
for
had
freedom
enough
and
of me.
flying right
I was
towards
still
the
coming to
treasure.
grips with your death and with his frustration from not finding the treasure. I'm pretty sure he was ready to kill me by the time I bailed.
Imagine what he want to do to you now.
Yeah, trying not to. Sam, listen. He's ruthless. I mean, even more so than when we teamed up with him. I mean, I've heard stories.
Trust me too. All the more reason I don't feel bad about any of this.
So I think it's interesting that we go from Panama, when the game was, when the quest for this treasure was new, and we all knew Sam and Nate were like, that was their first adventure, and it was like fresh in their mind. And it is a literal hot climate, and now we're in Scotland, and it is clearly cold. There's snow on the ground. The grass is dormant, not necessarily dead, but and I think that's interesting because now you can hear that it's been 15 years. The brothers are still catching up. So now that it's kind of a quote unquote cold case, they're in a colder climate, which I think is just an interesting touch to have the environment reflect how fresh the case, how quote unquote hot the case is in their mind. Also, sort of how the brothers are not necessarily cold, not that they don't love each other, but they're still getting to know each other again, becoming reacquainted, I should say. They know each other.
Hey, this should hold.
Good call.
What the hell is all this?
Excavation equipment.
Shoreline? What? Look. I thought they were just by the cathedral.
Shit! Get out! Look at that view.
Now, some people think that Naughty Dog is a little too self-congratulatory with their talking about how, like Sam pointing out that, oh, look at that view. But I don't think that's actually the point of it. I mean, yes, it helps remind the player that in the middle of this action, you should look at the scenery around you,
This way.
enjoy it. However, I think there's another reason for Sam always pointing out several times in the game about the view. Which is that he is just recently out of prison. He was stuck there for 15 years, and now he gets to see the wide world again. And that would cause anyone to kind of marvel and appreciate things and take a moment after having your freedom taken away, you think forever. So that's my view on it. Oh, I think it's just...
And we're here.
Yes, we are.
Gang's all here.
Gold, silver, and bronze,
Jesus.
too.
This was on the left.
Penitent thief,
Guest is on the right.
jerk thief.
If you'll notice, Sam's standing right by the jerk thief.
Avery sure had a thing for St. Dismas, huh?
Well, Avery fancied himself a good thief, right? Only plundered and murdered the non-British heathens.
Guess that's what passed for good back then.
Good enough.
Another small thing I like that Naughty Dog does is when you shine the light in Sam's eye, he flinches away.
Okay, let's give this a shot.
Open sesame.
Wrong treasure.
Shush. Well, nice view. No treasure, though.
No, but look, you see those crosses?
Yeah. Is that a cave? That below?
Yeah, I think Avery's trying to tell us where to go next.
There's one problem, though.
Going back that way means we have to go back toward the cathedral.
And back towards Rafe. Shh. Well, let's not keep him waiting. Those shoreline assholes were right next to this cave.
Yeah, but I think we're the first ones in here. Oh, cold. Come on, through here. But I didn't eat a big breakfast.
Creepy St. Dismas statues? Check.
Carved stairs? Check.
Nathan, I think it's safe to say we're in a pirate cave.
That is a creepy St. Dismas statue.
Oh, is that a door?
It sure looks like it.
Here, check this out.
A little slimy. There's a handle in here or something.
Well, give it a pull.
What? Could be a trap.
You're already in there. What's the worst that could happen?
I lose my hand?
So we'll get you a nice hook. Give it a pull.
Nice hook.
I like how they make Sam still look a little worried and checking out where the trap's going to be.
Really?
Hello.
Pretty interesting decor.
For those who prove worthy, paradise awaits. To those who prove false, hold your grim fate.
Well, I guess Avery was a better pirate than a poet.
This isn't Avery's.
What do you mean? It's the Rhode Island pirate.
There's two.
Yeah, but it can't be him. I mean, this is clearly his sigil, but two died attacking the same treasure fleet as Avery.
No, at least that's what the stories tell us.
If this really is Two's mark, then that means he's involved in all of this. How?
That's a damn good question.
All right, guys. That's where we're going to end it this week. I hope you enjoyed the double feature, and I hope you tune in next week. Bye.